Hi, thank you for joining me. Today's date is December 20th of 2018, and it's currently 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Welcome. Now let's get to work, shall we? Many people have asked me, with the way that I've been saying I get around 6,000 pips on my stop loss and take profit, that it's possibly more like 600, but that's not the case, and I'll show you why. Many times you need to be paying attention to the actual broker that you're working with to know where to put a decimal point so you don't have pipettes, so to speak. And if you've gone through trading training, you would understand that. So let's start our screen share and pull up the trade that we've been working on, and there it is. As you can see, yesterday when we were talking, let me reflect on my trading journal. It was at pretty much where it is right now, $18.46 negative, and it's actually $17.96. Hey, it's good news. That means I pretty much have come up 100 pips, and it is definitely doing what I said it was going to do. Now this is what it is. It's New Zealand dollar, USD dollar, otherwise known as NZDUSD. And I'm actually in a daily time chart. And I'll tell you why. This is actually a buy, and the lot size is a 0.01. That's important, the 0.01. The entry price was at 0.69586. The stop loss is at 0.63586, and the take profit is at 0.75586. Now, many people have told me, but wait a minute, where's the pipettes, right? Well, I understand that, but I'm trading in whole pips, not partial. So there's no real pipette, so to speak. Now, having this stop loss and take profit in at this speed, I'll go down into the 4-hour time chart to show you that it is actually 6,000 pips or $60. Now, if I was trading in pipettes, it would still be $60. If I wasn't trading with pipettes, so to speak, it'd be more like $6,000. See the difference? There's a little bit of difference here. My take profit is also at, as soon as I can get it and show you, at 6,000 pips or $60 profit. Now, it being negative $60, that's the most I'm willing to lose on this trade. And I'm not going to lose any more than that. And with the balance of over $1,000, I think I know pretty much what I'm doing. What do you think? If you look at this in the 4-hour time chart, you can see how the trade has been reacting, how it's been turning around and going the opposite direction. And that's a good thing. With price being at 0.67763, chances of it going back to where it was is extremely high. Now, the reason I trade in the daytime chart is right here. Go down into the minute time chart. What can you see? Now, this is the naked chart. There's no indicators. There's no trend lines. There's no marking up the charts. because I have a difficulty in relearning everything, because as I sleep, I lose the memory. So I have to relearn everything. And it's a bit overwhelming. So keep it simple. So people that don't have a clue what they're doing, once they've gone through that demo account, before they do a live account, it's mandatory. Follow direction. Follow copy and paste. Follow what you need to know and learn to get the skill so you can trade. And if you haven't done that, trading in a minute time chart, I wouldn't advise it. Trading in a 5-minute time chart, it's extremely risky because there's nothing to tell you what you need to do. Trading in the 15-minute time chart, there's movement. The risk is extremely high, and it's not a clear picture of this trade. Trading in a 30-minute time chart, once again, there's not a lot that can be done or seen. It's got my interest, but I wouldn't advise trading here unless you have the experience, as well as marking up your charts, as well as follow your rules. We all set rules on how we trade. And if you're a scalper instead of a long-term trader like I am, then by all means, have fun, enjoy yourself. Trading in the hour time chart is still pretty good. And if you don't need many pips, a pip is a measurement, just like an inch to a yard, a foot, or a yard. It's the same idea. Now, if you don't need more than maybe 30 pips, you can definitely trade in the smaller time charts. If that's not you, I wouldn't advise you to trade here because you don't have a full picture of the story of the trade. Trading in the 4-hour time chart, believe me, I used to do this and had success until I realized that only going back to January 23rd of 2018 was not enough picture, enough information on this trade. It's just not enough, not a clear picture, not a clear understanding of this trade. And I would do it before I realized that. Now, going into the daytime chart, this is where I can see back to April of 2014. Quite a while, a good 4.5 years, if not more. So I can't complain with this. And when we trade right, but you always look left. Know that trends are your friends and that we can all do this. Now, how I find out how a trade's going is I put my cursor to where it's currently at, and then I take it left to the last time it was doing the same type of pattern, which is, I would say, right about here. And the price is at 67787, and it said here 67781, real close. So as you can see, this trade is getting ready to go up, go into profit, go over the entry price and into profit. It's coming back down a little bit, but there's nothing to worry about. It will turn around and it will go back up. Trades always repeat themselves. It just takes time for them to get there. So there's no concern here. And if it does come down a little bit, it's still not a problem because that's exactly what it did right about here. It came down and turned and went right back up. It test and retest. It looked at the support and resistance. It looked on the boundaries and it broke through just to turn around and go right back up. That's how I can see that this trade is going to be awesome. It's going to do exactly what I think it's going to do. It just takes time. Now, many have asked me, where do I get my trade signals? And that's easy enough. But before we go there, I want you to really take notice of the indicators, of the head and shoulders, of the test and retest, the breakthroughs, the test and retest, the breakthrough and reverse, all the way to where it currently is. It's been doing just that. There's no worry. There's nothing to be worried about with a negative $18.48. And I've seen it go up to a negative $38.48. I'm doing pretty well. And I know that this will do what's necessary. That's how I learn, by looking at this, because this is a naked chart. That's why I need to be in a daytime chart to see what the trade is going to be doing with an extended period of time. That puts me in a longer time chart as well as a longer trade. Now, I have other trades and other brokers that I am also working with. This isn't the only one. I've been asked, why don't I put in extra entry points, do other trades? Well, that's great, but it also lowers your margin level. And many say, well, if you just need to be above 100%, right? I wouldn't advise it, because chances of you losing your whole account is extremely high. My minimal is 2,500%. And currently, I'm at 4,990%, 90.66%. There's your point that shows you exactly what I'm doing and how I'm trading. So, with that being said, we're going to stop our screen share. Hey, it just went down to $18.01. I cannot complain. So we're going to stop our screen share so I can answer where I get the signals. It'll be just a second. And there we go. So, signals are 5 different areas. Christopher Terry is the CEO of iMarkets Live and has over 25 years of experience. He'd be one that I'd be paying close attention to. Warren Wright and Stevenson Lindor are educators through iMarkets Live, and they take everyone from beginner to intermediate to advanced in their education that they give us. Tracy Walker is my sponsor through iMarkets Live, and she'll do a summit or webinars that will explain how to mark up your chart, how to locate where to get in a trade and where to get out, as well as all the indicators you could possibly need. She'll show you how. And we have what's called swipe trades, which is an app that goes on your smartphone that gives you ideas of signals to pay attention to look at, to test, and see if it's actually what you want to get in with. To have access to any and all of these, you need to be a part of iMarkets Live. Because once a student, we're always a student. Technology is always changing, always improving. And that's why there's always something to learn. But once you learn the skill and the habits as well as the rules that you give yourself, figuring out what type of trader you are, it will pay you for life. That's a skill that no one can take from you. I'm going to give people a moment or two to see if there's any questions. Going once, going twice, and gone. Thank you for joining me once again, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye for now. Oh, and tomorrow is at 3 p.m. Bye.